Okay. Hi, I'm Dan.
Sarah.
I'm Shane.
And this is What the Hell's Your Problem, a podcast where we discuss our petty problems, the kind of things that we all love to hate with a passionate yet fair vigor, and some of the stuff that's happening in our own lives, usually Shane's. And then we are basically Shane's therapists, and that's what we're here for. And I want to say real quick that was probably the best intro we've ever done. That was really good.
It, you guys.
We really nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely nailed that.
I think we went into it right away, which before there's like a little preamble. And
well, we've been preambling for a while because you're late.
You said 6:30.
Yeah, it's 6:35.
Huh.
So,
all right. Well, sorry, I'm at the Ramada Inn right now. So.
Are you really?
Yeah. Can't you see the back?
Is that what it looks like? That's not the what Ramada Inn looks like. That.
It's a sports room at the Ramada.
Right.
So.
Yes, of course. Well, listen, we've had a good week. Shane and I played golf together on Sunday with what?
I saw a video. Sorry, I won't interrupt anymore. I saw
with former guest of the show and Victoria legendary superstar Jason Lamb.
Yeah.
And
good friend of mine for a long time.
Yeah, he likes you. He's got nice things to say about you.
Well, we went to broadcasting school together.
Did you?
Yeah, that's how we met. Really? I was a year ahead of him in broadcasting school. And when I quit the Q, I was like, here's who you should hire. My friend Jason Lamb. And then they hired him, and then he went to the Zone, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's true. I recommended him for my job when I quit.
So you're responsible for ruining Jason Lamb's life.
Sorry, no, Jason's happy.
I also didn't know, Sarah, that you went to Spratshaw as well in the mall. But also we should specify that you said superstar, not at golf.
No, not a great golfer.
I saw a wonderful video of him and you giving him really good lessons in the background, Daniel, with his smoke hanging out of his mouth and
his fucking dart. Yeah, he couldn't. He bless his heart. The man doesn't play golf, so no shade. Yeah. Totally okay, but he couldn't hit the ball. Like he couldn't hit the ball. And we had to be like, you need to move closer to the ball because he just kept missing. And every time he missed it, he's like, sorry. I've never met a man who apologizes more in my entire life. You just gotta.
Well, me.
Yeah, you guys are. He's you from the future.
No, don't say that.
Shane.
Please.
We had so Aaron Magoo, the owner of Hecklers, his son. He's always talking about how good his son is at golf.
Isn't he little?
He's 8.
Yeah, he plays hockey.
Yeah, and so he's always talking about so he put his son at the second hole, and everybody who shot on the second hole, if you beat Harris, his son, if you beat his first shot closer to the pin, you got a free sleeve of golf balls. I think only like 5 people in the whole tournament.
Seriously?
Kid has got a swing that is knife. It's knife through butter. It's an unbelievable. It's a beautiful. Kid's got a gorgeous swing. It's crazy.
Huh. I thought. Like, when we showed up at that hole, and then I saw him shoot, I thought that Aaron deliberately did that to fuck with me. To put his son before me. To, show me that I'm terrible.
How self-centered are you? How much are you thinking about you in that situation?
You know I'm not self-centered, but, there's been a few shows at Hecklers where it's like, the first person coming up is Bill Burr, and then Shane's doing a guest spot right afterwards.
That's not a slight on you, though. That's like just you working at a good club, dude.
Yeah. Well,
for the record, Bill Burr has never played at Hecklers. Doug Stanhope has. Rory Scoble has. But yeah, dude, you have to understand that like being self-centered isn't just thinking you're great. It's just thinking about yourself and putting yourself at the center. Even if you're like, I suck constantly and like I'm bad, you're still thinking about you all the time. There is a saying that I really like.
Sounds horrible.
When we talk about empathy and well, maybe it's not empathy. Maybe it's humility. Humility is not thinking less. You know how people are like, oh, I'm humble because I'm like, no, I'm not good. No, I'm not good at that. You know, like that's not it, man. Humility it's not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less.
Daniel, you're the least humble person I've ever met in my entire fucking life.
Why do you think that? What makes you say that?
Listen to you right now, giving us all a fucking lecture about being...
It's not a lecture. It's a saying I like.
Shane, lecture? Shane?
I have no idea.
It's not a lecture.
Lecture?
But I'll also say, like, if I was really good at golf, I'd be pretty silent on this subject right now. I'd been like, yeah, I was really good. In my head, I wouldn't be saying it out loud.
You had some nice shots. You were all right. I feel like if you played all the time, you'd be halfway decent.
I won the putting tournament. That's why I have this hat on.
You won the
yeah.
You won the putting challenge. It was very impressive. I played today. That's why we're recording this late. I played at Cedar Hill today. Shot an 88.
Oh,
not very
nice.
good. Not very good. Not very good. But
is not very good. Who are you?
I'm pretty good at golf, as it turns out. Hey, this is what I'm saying. That's pretending I'm not good at something isn't being humble. It's good to know your strengths. It's good to celebrate your achievements. That's fine. It's all about energetically. Like, am I being a dick about it? Am I being like, I'm fucking so good at golf? I'm amazing. I'm better than everyone. No, I'm like, yeah, I'm like pretty decent at golf. I'm all right. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And I just found, like, I know I'm like reasonably good at golf, but I found it really, there's a lot of pressure of like people watching you.
Yeah, tournaments are weird like that.
And then as soon as like people that were good that were playing saw that like we were on a team with Jason Lamb, they just immediately, or they're like, this is the comedian's team. Oh, all right. And then I felt so much pressure, and then every time I shot poorly, I would see Aaron shaking his head like over there, and I'm like, it just brought me back to like trying to do guest spots at Heckler back in the day. And I'm like, oh my god,
just triggered as hell. We finished dead last in the tournament. We got dead last.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was best ball, so it was basically just 3 of my friends who are bad at golf following me around while I play golf. Essentially,
yeah.
Basically, I shot 4 over, which is good.
Aaron, your 4th?
Yeah.
No, our 4th was Max Bank Jaffe, who also has played golf like 2 times before.
Yeah.
To be fair, golf is the worst sport.
But it was fun. It was a good time.
It's the best.
It looked fun.
You can smoke and drink. Smoke and drink at the same time. That's the best sport.
Yeah, that and like I feel like slow pitch you can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like you like you're on the same page, Dan, is like after we played the game, like I was kind of sore we laughed so hard like throughout the whole thing. Like I even forgot we were like it was like a tournament.
Oh, that was the whole point. The whole point was to have a good time. Like Jason, I know Jason showed up. He's like, I'm so bad. Like, we're gonna suck. I'm like, yeah, dude. Who cares? It doesn't matter at all. This is gonna be. We're having a good time. That's it. That's it. Who cares?
But
where did you guys
play? Really?
Machosen.
Oh, sorry.
Nope,
I'm trying to be better at talking over you guys.
Oh, we're doing so good. Killing it today.
But the one thing that really made me mad because all of us were like, Jason, it's okay. We're just doing this for fun and all this stuff. And then when we were on the bus back to Heckler's, these like 2 young men were like, wait a second, Jason Lamb's here? I thought we recognized that voice, and his fucking face like blew up because it's like he got recognized. And I'm like, you know what? I take every nice thing I said about you about golf back.
Do you know how good it feels? Dude, there's key moments sometimes where you get recognized. I got recognized out in public one time when I was like on one of my first dates with Tara, and I was like, yeah, dude. There's certain moments. We were in a crystal store on the weekend buying crystals. Spiral something in Fantan Alley in Victoria.
I love that.
Oh, I've been there.
We were with comedian Adam Christie and somebody in who's like a bit of a hero of mine. He's like my favorite comedian. He's amazing. He's so good. And we were in the crystal store, and the guy working there was like, "Are you Dan Duvall?" He's like, "I'm a really big fan." And I was like, yes. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna come. This is so good. It felt so good.
Especially when it's in front of like another comedian that
Yeah.
you really like. Like,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, it feels really good. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Funny thing happened. Another funny thing happened. Another funny thing happened on the weekend. I posted some stories on the Hecklers page of Adam Christie's show on Saturday night, and we got a message that night from somebody who was in the photo asking us to take it down.
Really?
Because she was cheating and
you
was
had a Coldplay?
Yeah, I told Adam and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm Coldplay."
That's so funny.
So that was fun. That's a fun thing that happened. So that dovetails nicely into one of my problems. Okay. Yeah. First thing I'll say is a very positive story that happened on the weekend for me. Which also has a problem embedded in it. Oh my god, the wind is so crazy. Something just smashed in my backyard. Okay, so I did a show.
One of your vape pens.
Yeah, all my vape pens are exploding. A deer just exploded. Shane has a gold vape, by the way, and I was like,
"What?"
Yeah, Shane has like a gold vape, and he was like, "Thanks." He goes, "It was my great grandfather's." So, anyways, I did this show for this lady. I shouldn't say lady. She's 50. It was her 50th birthday, and it's like funny now because that's like only like 5 years older than me almost. So lady, yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, so I did her birthday party. She had like 70 people in her backyard. It was so fun. It was such a fun show. They were so down. Everyone was into it. They were all around me. I was kind of like in the round, like in the middle. And they had a fire going. It was awesome. It was not cold. It was great. We had the best time. And then at the end of the show, I'm packing up stuff kind of like I'm just walking off stage. It's like the backyard. And then I still have the microphone in my hand. People are still seated and like talking and stuff. And then the show's over. And then this guy comes up to me, this big, huge, tall guy. And he's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I'm like, "I recognize your voice." And then he goes, "It's Reggie from Arbutus Secondary." And I went, "Oh," and I jumped and hugged this guy. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "This is crazy." And now everyone's looking at us, and I still have the microphone in my hand. So I just turned and I addressed the audience, and I'm like, this man was my best friend in 8th grade. And he moved away to Nelson, BC, and then I never saw him again or heard from him again ever until right now. It was such a crazy moment. I've been looking for this guy for my whole life, like on and off, like searching for him on social media. I've never found him. I was even in Nelson, BC earlier this year, and I was like asking people at the show afterwards, "Hey, you know a guy named Reggie? Do you know this guy?" Blah, 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 like trying to find, like, I'm telling you, I've periodically been looking for this guy since 8th grade. That's like what? I was like 13 and now I'm 44. So that's like 31 years, I think.
You know how you, I mean, I won't lie, like you told me this in the car when we were going to golf, but I was thinking about it and like how exciting is that though, that you experienced something that happened before the internet? Like when someone, they're like in a shit town. It's like Wild West days. Like, I mean, my grandfather would say he would look up people in the phone book and phone them in towns.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "No, I'm not your friend from England. I am, from Venezuela," and stuff like that. Like, it's a crazy thing, a neighboring country now, right? Like,
yeah. It was really, really cool, man. We're gonna go have coffee next week. But here's the thing. I'm like, "Where have you been?" And he's like, "I work for the city. I live here." And then here's the thing. I'm like, "Do you work with Carlo Blasetti?" And he's like, "Yeah, because he's our mutual friend. I've also known Carlo forever." And Carlo, I'm like, "How have you never told me that he lives here and that, like, we've talked about this? I swear to God." how do you not mention that ever? That this guy we went to junior high with, he was such a rad dude. He had this huge afro, and like, if the cops would roll up on us all the time in the suburb that we lived in, and we would hide joints in his hair. It was the best, and he got like run out of town. I thought he robbed our house, and it turned out it was my other friend, two of my other friends, and I found out years later, and they kind of let him take the fall for it. It was pretty shitty. We were all teenagers, whatever, but like, yeah, but he got run out of town. He was always like, he like picked on the bullies, and then they would beat the shit out of him, and then he would, like, I remember there's one time this guy Mike Campbell, he drove this like lowrider brown truck, and they all confronted Reggie at like the top of the path we all walked out of in junior high, and him and all like the really tough, cool older guys who went to the high school nearby, they like came to the school to like beat him up or whatever, and Mike's standing at the front, and he goes, hey, heard you've been talking shit about my car. And then Reggie goes, oh, you mean that piece of shit brown lowrider fucking loser ass car, something like that? And then the guy was like, yeah. They beat him up.
Isn't that the plot to Grease too?
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they started.
Can I ask you this quickly?
Yeah.
As someone that's scared of everyone, not to sound self-centered or anything, but how hard is it to get run out of town, like these days? Like
these days?
These days.
Like any days, like you just have to move to a different city, or like you have to get a moving company. Like,
yeah, well, I mean,
life that bad? Like,
well, yeah. Apparently, the principal like had to drive him home from school. Like, it was like,
oh
bad.
God.
Yeah, so you got run out of town in that way. Like, I mean, I guess, I don't know, move across town and go to another school. Like, I'm pretty sure you could have just done that. But, like, yeah, he moved. But he was from Nelson, BC, so he moved back there. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I guess it's as close as you can get to being run out of town, you know. Yeah. But then, same night, that was cool. My problem there is with Carlo not telling me, and we're going to have words. Okay. But then I went to Heckler's, the comedy club, where our friend Adam Christie was performing, and where people were cheating. It was a weird night. There's the server who works there. She's probably like, I don't know, mid-20s or whatever. She was like, she pulls me aside and she's like, hey, she goes, do you know Julian Strongatharn? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm like, I went to elementary school with him. And she goes, that's my dad. And I was like, what?
Whoa.
You used to babysit him.
Wait.
You did. And now his
boys, I babysat them. And then my friend Amy burnt their kitchen down.
Oh, right. Yeah. And all the kids looked the same. And then as soon as she told me that, I'm like, of course, you look just like one of them. And then, but it was so messed up. I mean, I was weird. Like, you know, it was crazy. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like 25. Because I've had this happen to me before where like my friend Nick Hallschmidt's son worked at a grocery store and he was ringing me up and he's like, I know you. And I'm like, oh yeah. No. And then he's like 16 and he's like, yeah, you play softball with my dad. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But this is like a grown-up. This is like a 25-year-old person. And I'm like, I'm so old, bro. That sucks.
Yeah. So bad. Yeah, maybe you should get run out of town quickly.
Yeah. I gotta be run out of town. Yeah, he's I saw him. Like a bunch of years ago. He was working as a bar manager somewhere. Nice guy. Seems to have his life together and doing well.
He's the head of the Camosun Student Society at one point.
Well, there you go. So he's doing so good.
Good for him.
Those are my like this week problems. Is that I'm old, and that felt really crazy to me to have somebody be like, it's not that felt weird. But here's my pet.
Sorry, can I ask you a quick question about the previous problem with that one guy? Or the guy that didn't tell you? Did you tell him that you were looking for this man? Or like...
you know what? Probably not. Because I feel like he would have said something. But it's also Carlo, and sometimes he's just a fucking idiot, and he might have just not told me. I don't know. Hard to say.
It would have been funny if you had a shirt. I'm like, I'm trying to find Reggie. His face that is like hanging out with you for so long.
I mean, he's a hard guy. He's a hard guy to miss. He's like a 6'5" black guy. We don't have that in Victoria very much.
Yeah.
So, kind of hard guy to miss.
Have you checked all the basketball courts? Because that's where I would have looked mostly.
Jesus Christ.
What? He's tall! That's the fucking... what I'm saying.
Well, that's it.
No, Shane.
That's it for this week. Okay.
Forever.
Do you want to hear my petty problem?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I saw a thing today while I was playing golf. There's a walking trail around the golf course where I was playing, and it's a nice trail.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a thing I haven't seen in a while today. I saw somebody walking and reading a book. Come on.
That's a tough one.
Come on. What, like, is it? First of all, it's not hard to do. Secondly, get an audiobook. Thirdly, I feel like it's a flex. I feel like that falls under the category of look at me. I love reading. I love reading. Like everyone sees you. It's just, can you not just take a day off from the thing? It's the same energy as when I see somebody jogging and they're at a stoplight and they're running in place. I'm like, fucking chill out. Chill the fuck out. You don't need to run in place. Take it easy.
Okay. I would argue that there's two appropriate times that you have to read a book when you're walking. Number one, it's a map of the path that you're going on. And I say that lightly because I know that path and it's literally a circle. So it's really hard to get lost on. Number two, I just recently found out there's a book for people with irritable bowel syndrome. This isn't a bit, but it shows you every bathroom in a city's close range because, so that's another book.
Is it a book or is it an app?
Well,
it's a book.
We need to talk about this because my hate is my irritable bowel syndrome today.
Oh, you have irritable bowel syndrome now?
Yeah, I have for a long time.
Have you? I didn't. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I thought you had chill bowel syndrome.
I have irritable sister syndrome.
Fuck right off. Like I'm the irritating one.
Sarah, you haven't heard of this book? I'm not making it up.
No, and I had a bathroom emergency downtown today.
You had to take a number 2.
You have to go to the mall.
That's where I had to go, was the mall, but it was the opposite direction. We had to about face.
I've always been a go in the mall guy if you have to when you're in downtown Victoria, but I went in the mall a couple weeks ago and it was not good.
It can be a little risque in there.
Yeah. I don't think that there's, even then you would stop, pull the book out, find the bathroom, and then go. You wouldn't be reading the book about you're not reading the history of the bathroom that you're going to. What are you talking about?
What if the person, they lived on the golf course their whole life? They know every nook and cranny. They're so confident. It's like when people drive fast on a street they grew up on because you know where to turn.
I guess, but do you need to be reading the book? Can you not just be present for a second? Can't you do?
Well, they're reading a book. They don't have friends. I mean, she was what do you want to do?
She was my age.
I think that there 55?
Are.
It was Jordan Peterson too, which is crazy.
I think there are some people that is I think it's normal for them. I've known lots of kids that do it. They get so engrossed in it that they can't put it down. Often it's not neurotypical people. They get so engrossed in the book and they're like, I need to walk, but I also need to read this book. So they do both at once.
I think it's annoying. I don't like it.
Doesn't that happen at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon? She's reading a book and all this shit's happening around her.
This is what it's a cartoon-ass thing to do.
And also, guess what? I don't know if you've seen that cartoon lately, but when she's doing that, everyone in the town thinks she's weird.
That's true.
There you have it.
That's 100% true.
That is
100% man.
true. What a good movie.
Yeah, you're weird. You're weird if you're reading a book and you're walking. Yeah. The jury's out.
Agreed.
Yeah. The jury's in. The verdict is in. Sarah, what do you got going on?
Well, it was actually my irritable bowel syndrome. It's not
good. How do you treat that?
You don't.
You talk to your bells nicely and not be annoying? Or?
Please don't. So I've been sick forever with this. And then last week, I'm like, I can't live like this. Like, this is horrendous. So I started doing Noom because somebody told me that it helps.
What's Noom?
It's like, it's not like a diet, but it's just like, it kind of rates food so I can see what's upsetting my stomach. So
I've seen that. Yeah.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sick in since last Saturday. So that's 3 whole days, which is huge. Then went out for lunch today with our mom and sister.
Yeah. By the way, thanks for the invite.
Well, you were going on a girls' trip and we were planning it, so you couldn't come because it was just a planning lunch.
Yeah, but none of you have been to Europe before, and I have. Don't you think I could have helped you out?
No, we didn't want help. We wanted to explore it in our own way.
Fucking stupid.
You know what would have been funny if you walked into their meeting, but you were reading a book and you just walked in there.
Totally, and running on the spot.
So I go for lunch. Yeah. We go for lunch. I pick a pretty healthy choice. 10 minutes later, in the bathroom. I think I just can't. I didn't even have alcohol. I had water. Fuck my life.
Okay.
What'd you eat?
Fuck, I had the Beirut bowl.
What's in it?
Rice, chickpeas, falafel.
Bullet casings.
A little bit of hummus. And some salad.
Wait a second. Isn't Beirut what the B stands for in IBS? You should know that.
Irritable Beirut syndrome?
Well, maybe you're lactose intolerant.
No, I'm not. I've been tested for I've been legitimately diagnosed with IBS.
Maybe you've got Crohn's. Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, I got tested for that too. I do not have Crohn's.
So you just have irritable. I feel like.
Sorry.
No, I didn't know where I was going. You ever just start talking and you don't know what you're going to say? The second half of your sentence.
Irritable bowel syndrome is what they tell you when they don't really know what's wrong with you. Like fibromyalgia. Oh, your body hurts all the time? You probably have fibromyalgia. Oh, you can't stop shitting? Oh, you probably have irritable bowel syndrome.
Like lupus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, except lupus is actually a thing that people get.
Yeah, I thought it was a Harry Potter disease. But that's a good Harry Potter joke because one of their spells is lupus. Anyway. But people tell me I have IBS all the time, but I've never gotten tested. But I have a friend, severe IBS, has colostomy bag now.
Whoa!
Not to scare you, but he ate really unhealthy though.
Yeah, so Shane, you're just an alcoholic.
Well, alcohol is one of the big triggers for IBS.
I know. I can't wait to.
I just discovered.
I'm quitting drinking tomorrow. I can't wait to shit regular. It'll be great.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Are you getting absolutely fucking hammered tonight?
No, I did that. At Heckler's golf tournament was my hanging up the hat.
So, can we back the truck up? You're legit quitting drinking?
Just for a month.
Oh.
Well, I'm not even gonna say that because I hate that thing that people do in October. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, it's appropriate. It's appropriating my culture, to be honest.
Well,
I don't like it, so I'm just doing it for myself.
Good for you, buddy.
There's so many Halloween parties in October, though. And
fucking.
I don't go to Halloween parties anymore. I dress up to hand out candy to the kids, and that's the night that I'll probably get hammered at, anyways. But
I found, especially the last few years of partying, that things like St. Patrick's Day and Halloween, I'm that's not when I want to get drunk. I wanted to get drunk on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. See, I only want to get drunk for an occasion.
See, I've had the same thought because when I was younger, St. Patrick's Day, I got to get downtown for noon, and then now when you're an adult, you're like, well, I could just do that at any day, any time.
Yeah, you're an alcoholic.
It's crazy. Okay, fuck.
I'm going.
I don't want to go downtown with all these teens, you know.
I like that everything you describe is like me 6 months before I got sober.
Well, I also had some good news today.
What is it?
Things good happened today. So, did I tell you guys about the neighborhood cat before?
No.
So the neighbors moved away, out of province, and rehomed their cat. But the person they rehomed it to is letting it out, and it just keeps coming back, from a pretty far away. 3 times it came back. And so finally,
I think there's a song about that.
Just like the song, yeah.
Just like the song. I hope this person isn't listening to the podcast because, I didn't have his number anymore. Anyway, and the cat, was just wandering around and sleeping on people's porches. So I gave the cat to somebody today. I gave the cat away.
Whoa.
It's not my cat.
You can do that?
I did. I gave it to our aunt and uncle.
Which ones?
Donald and Ann.
Oh.
They came over, picked the cat up, took him home. Changed
how long
is gave him treats.
How long is the appropriate time that, like, a cat that comes in your yard, you take the authority of giving away?
It's been over a month.
I think you kidnapped someone's cat.
No.
Yeah.
The guy, I texted him and I'm like, the cat's back. And so he came once to look for the cat. That was like 10 days ago. Maybe, no, longer. He came, shook some treats. He's like, I don't know where the cat is, and then left. And then the cat came back. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, the cat's back. And he's like, well, I guess I'll come look. But he didn't.
Is he just like letting the cat out, like to be free? Like you're free, go?
I guess.
Yeah.
But he lives
That's
like
crazy.
5 kilometers away and it has to cross 2 really busy roads. And I was like, well, we're a little nervous that if like the cat goes back to your house and you just let him out, he's going to get hit by a car. And the guy's like, cats are really safe around cars. I'm like,
What?
Do you drive?
That's a crazy hot take. That's a bad take.
So I'm like, fuck this. Put it on the Facebook. Does anybody want a cat? Somebody hit.
Are you friends with the previous neighbors on Facebook?
No.
Do you know where they moved to?
Yeah, how? Like Nova Scotia.
That's a long way. That's a long way for a cat to go.
If it was across town, I'm like, that's kind of a dick move.
No, they left the province. They left the western part of Canada. So then I was like, fuck, this guy's just gonna, if I phone him and tell him to come get it, it's just gonna come back here if it makes it across Souk Road and Veterans Memorial alive.
What if you
That's a nightmare.
What if you forced the cat, like held it up to the TV and forced it to watch Homeward Bound, and then gave it the scent of its family, and then it found its way to Halifax, and then became a fisherman?
Only if it's the version of that my husband's in.
Yeah, Shane, I don't know if you know, Sarah's husband is in Homeward Bound 2.
Really? Was he the raft that they all drowned on? What was it?
The third baseman in the very beginning of the.
Really?
Of the movie. He had the red glasses on.
I love that movie. It also traumatized me.
Well, it's terribly sad.
Horrendous.
He played the dog.
Oh, you know what I was going to ask you guys? Have you watched the new Charlie Sheen show on Netflix?
I tried to watch it. I didn't give a shit.
I fucking loved it.
I liked it too.
Devoured it.
It was
very open
good
and honest.
Yeah, I felt like maybe he was like keeping a couple things back, because I mean, like, if you're smoking crack, you probably did a few fucking weird things.
Well, I think
he also was like, yeah, I got AIDS once. Never heard that story. Like, all right.
It was a wild ride. You didn't like it, Daniel? I was hooked from the minute it started.
I think I need to try it again. I think I was like watching it when, you know how you watch something and you're just like kind of looking at your phone the whole time. Like,
I got to watch it. Like, it was very engaging. I highly recommend it. It was a very, very, very good 3 hours of my life.
I'll try it again.
I
I'll
thought
try
it was cool. Yeah, I thought it was like nice that he was like, even they brought up like the Corey Feldman rumor stuff about him, you know, assaulting, and he's like, yeah, all right, I'll talk about it.
Crack. He's like, and Sean Penn was on it, and
I didn't know they were childhood friends.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
I'm watching.
Smoke.
I'm watching Breaking Bad again because Tara's never seen it. And one thing I noticed is how often they're meeting in the middle of a field, like in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, this is before smartphones. So it must have been really hard to coordinate those meetings. And it must have been really difficult, like, to have. They must have had to use like full on maps, like fold out maps to like, how do you communicate? How did they do that? It seems like it would have been really hard.
Flashlight.
Do you want to? They're like, do you want to meet in that field behind the gas station on like Highway 7?
No, they're not even like, it's not even that. They're actually out in literally the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't even know. How would you even give an address?
Stop at the big rock. 400 paces due north.
I guess that's it. Okay. And in other news, I had a thought today about politicians and how I think we need to change the way that we vet politicians. I think that I don't care if you ran a bank or were like head of a company, all this and that. I don't care about that. I want to know that you've done mushrooms a couple times. I want to know if I want you to smoke a little weed sometimes or something. I would like you. I want to know if you spent at least 1 year of your life using public transit. I want to know if you've been camping. I want to know. I want to watch you interact with a server for 10 minutes before you're allowed to, without you knowing I'm watching. I want to see how you treat servers. I think that we need to, it's not a background check, it's a vibe check. We need to start vibe checking politicians. And I want to know, I don't care what party you're from, I want to know how you act at a party. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think what we should do is, instead of debating, and I'm totally down for the vibe check, it's like they have to answer 3 would you rather questions, probably the hardest ones.
Great idea.
And they can't say that they inhaled weed once.
No,
they have to say either they did it,
parts
you
of your
did
plan
coke
are
off
flawed.
someone's asshole.
I want to watch you do coke.
Yeah.
But not too much. And then I want you to stop. I want you to do 2 rails of coke and then stop for the rest of the night and then call it a night. I want to watch you drink 3. I want to watch you drink 3 beers and then do 2 key bumps and then be like, "That's it for me," and then go home. I want that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, their promotional video would be them doing like a couple lines of coke, getting really drunk, and then I would decide if I want to talk to them afterwards.
That's good, but I don't want them to get really drunk. I want them to get buzzed and then stop. That's huge, because you also don't want somebody who's fucked up and partying, because then you have Hunter Biden. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that either. You want
they're like, "Hey man, do you mind if I talk to you for 7 hours about my new rollerblading Pilates class?"
Yeah,
then
you don't want
like, "I don't know about that."
You don't want that. I want to see how they act in an escape room. That would be good. Anything like that. I want to see how they are at a sporting event. I just want to know that they're like a fucking person. I don't really care anything else. Whatever. I just want to know that you're like, I want to know what your vibe is like.
It's like cool guy, asshole drunk guy, or nerd. It has to be kind of somewhere in the middle of normality.
Yeah, like a Venn diagram of that, and it's somewhere in the middle of that.
Well, I think you just described Justin Trudeau, who didn't work out.
No, he's too good looking.
No. He was a phony though. Like, if you spent enough time with him, you would know that he was all smoke and mirrors. I want to know, like, the way he talked I didn't like the way he sounded schmimey and arrogant. I didn't like it.
He did, but I don't think at the beginning.
He had a bad vibe.
We need a fat, ugly person is what we need.
We have one in the U.S.
No,
not working.
That doesn't work. That person's in charge of. Yeah, that's going.
No, I trust fat guys. He's not fat. He's just sickly.
Rob Ford, Doug Ford, Donald Trump, Mikhail Gorbachev.
Okay, fine.
That documentary, the Rob Ford one.
Yeah, it's great.
That was great too.
Yeah, great stuff. Shane, what's your problem?
Okay, well, yeah, I have a couple problems, but again, as per our new podcast that you've, politely added me to be part of, it was definitely my fault. I went to a birthday party, surprise birthday party, and the person organizing it was the husband of the lady who's getting, or her birthday was. He bought tickets for a show at the Royal Theatre. You guys know that place, right?
Yeah, I've been there twice.
So I didn't know anything about it, didn't do any research. I go there with a bunch of people. It's like a hipster acoustic band with and they have all these lights. Like, there's a guy playing the violin, there's a light on the guy playing guitar, and a lady singing, and they're staring at each other, their lips are touching. But the theater is completely silent, and there's like no drums or anything. It's really hard. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's gonna be really hard to leave the bathroom right now. I lean over to friend of the show, Burke, who was on previously.
Burke Maru, former guest of the show.
Sitting beside me, and I'm like, to keep myself awake, I had to keep whispering in his ears, like sweet nothings. But they're mostly jokes about the band, like, Hey, you ever wish that you could be in a band and play the Royal Theatre and just play the same songs for 7.5 hours? And every lady in this fucking theater is sliding off their seat because they're like, this guy's so hot. Apparently it was half of the band of John and Roy, which I just found this out. Anyway, so I'm just doing bits into Burke's ear, and he's laughing a bit. But then, I mean, to fault him a bit, that when they finished a song, it was polite clapping, and he decided to do like the brup, brup, like that. Which I thought was funny too. And then
that's awesome.
And it was like, to be fair, I've never done that myself, but I think it's an appropriate time when people are clapping. I think you have a bit of a green light to do that, right?
Sure, you invited Burke.
Oh, I didn't invite
him. No, like whoever invited him.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's going to do that.
I know, but he was pretty much the only black person in the crowd. And I'm not saying that to be funny. But then this guy in front of us, finally, he just gets up and he stares at Burke and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know the show was back here."
Oh, wow.
But my problem is...
I bet he was fired up, dude.
He was so mad. But it was me talking. It was my fault. And I've never done this before because Burke immediately he's a masculine man. And he's like, "What did you say, buddy?" And I was like,
Burke will throw hands. Yeah.
I was like, I have to get this down here. I was like, "Sir, I'm the one that you should be mad at, not this man." Which I feel like that was kind of a right move in the direction of me trying to become less anxious and, scared of confrontation.
Yeah, that's good. I think taking responsibility for your actions, I think that's a good thing.
And then, so that happened, and then I was really uncomfortable, and I felt really bad. And then I was like, "Burke, let's just go sit in the lobby. I think that might be best for us." Because I was kind of looking at his muscles, and he had some. And I was like, I think I don't want the lights to come on and this guy to like punch me in the face. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. Here's what I think the root of the problem is. Why would you throw a surprise birthday party and then invite a bunch of people to get together to go to a place where they can't talk?
Well, we're gonna go. We talked before, I suppose.
No, yeah, it's just a weird. It's a weird activity. If you're having a party, don't go to a place where people can't talk. People do it at comedy shows all the time. They're like, "Bachelor party, let's go to a comedy show," and it's like, "Yeah, let's get everyone drunk, and then bring them to a place where they have to be quiet for 90 minutes." Why would you do that?
Or a first date to a movie.
Also weird. Call.
First date to a movie is horrible.
Yeah, don't do that. You can't talk to each other.
At a weird concert.
Yeah. Yeah, not your fault, not Burke's fault. And that guy was probably right to be annoyed if people behind him are talking. But like, whoever put this party on, that's on them.
I say the three of us.
We don't want to go too hard. The person that put it on is like a friend of the...
No, it's okay.
He's a nice man.
Yeah, that's nice sentiment, but like not a good call.
All three of us would do the same thing, Shane. All three of us would have been making fun.
But Sarah, were you ever invited to a first date at a movie? Did you go on the date?
No.
Sarah didn't really have first dates so much as she just like boned a dude in his car.
Well, that's not true.
Are we dating now? Is that what you said?
Sometimes you were, sometimes you weren't. You just never knew.
See, I just thought you asked a girl out to a dinner and a movie, and then you would go in the movie and then talk. I remember a girl got mad at me for talking in a movie. So man, this is a therapy thing because I'm realizing I am the problem here. That at the movie date, it was like, I can't remember what movie it was, but I was like, "Hey, Al Pacino's full name is Allison Pacino," and she's like, "Shut the fuck up," stuff like that. But anyway, so I said to Burke, I'm like, "Hey, let's go. Let's just hang out in the lobby." We go out in the lobby. All the staff of the Royal Theatre are sitting in the lobby, so we just sat with them. And I don't want to get them in trouble, but they're like, "Yeah, this sucks." I'm like, "All right." So it made me feel better about like the thing. Yeah.
like, it's also weird to me to have a party like that and assume that everybody else is going to enjoy. Like, maybe if it was like a cover band or like something that's that's a bit ruckus, a little ruckus, maybe would have been fine. Like, let's
agree.
party.
Yeah, they're two separate events. You have a party, and then that's a date. The other thing is a date night.
They forced you on a date with them.
I bet it wasn't cheap. I bet it wasn't cheap either.
It was like $50 a ticket.
Crazy.
No.
Crazy.
And yeah, if it was a cover band, even like going to Darcy's for that whatever regular dad band they play, it's great. But and you can talk just really loud, but it's fine. Everyone's talking.
Yeah, you're partying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thank
weird.
God I wasn't like gassy during this whole.
Yeah, they made everybody. They made everybody go on a date with them.
I went and I had peanut M&Ms, and even the peanut M&Ms, it was so quiet that the peanut M&Ms were heckling the band. Like that's how quiet it was. I'm not even joking. I like it. Yeah, it was insane.
Wow.
But I felt really bad. So if that guy's listening, I don't know if he has a computer,
I think you going out into the lobby, taking responsibility, and then going out into the lobby to solve the problem is actually you did everything right here. I think.
I didn't want to disrespect the party, but I also didn't. I felt bad because that guy, maybe he saved up money all month. He's been, putting back food stamps in his wallet. He's been doing stuff to take his gal out on the town one night, and then he just hears me saying like, "Oh my God, which Amish band is this?" Like every
yeah,
and stuff like that. And I felt really bad. I did take myself out.
Well, you took yourself out of the situation, you owned it, and then you took yourself. I think that's great. I think you did a really good job here, dude.
How many of you?
But also, I don't think. Who?
How many people?
There was like 10.
That's
too many people.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster. And then inviting you and Burke is crazy.
Well, we were just sat in the wrong place. That was the issue.
Yeah, like in the theater. For sure. All right, well, I feel like I feel good about this episode. I feel like our last episode we just talked over each other like a bunch of fucking idiots, and I feel like this one was a lot better. So sorry for last week, everybody.
It's a growing pains, right?
Sure.
That was a lot of my fault.
By the way, I asked Tara which animal she would consensually have sex with and vice versa, and she said I don't like this game and then didn't answer.
I felt.
And you know what, that is probably the correct answer to the question.
It's the only correct answer.
Yeah, it's for sure the correct answer. Okay, well, let us know, shoot us a comment or DM about which animal you would make love to and would like to be made love to by. That'd be great. And I don't know.
That you could throw
what?
them. I said if anybody has any IBS tips.
If anybody has any IBS tips,
throw my
let us know.
I'm not doing well, guys. I'm not doing okay. Yet I'm still fat, which is bullshit because I shit out every single fucking thing I put in my mouth.
It's not how it works.
Should be.
It's not how it works.
Cut that out. All right.
What?
Why don't you just do Ozempic?
I might. I'm just getting my ADHD diagnosis. So a lot of times the medication for ADHD has similar results to Ozempic, so I'm going to wait and see. Because ADHD drugs are covered and Ozempic is not.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that they work the same. I take them and I can't stop eating Dairy Queen.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see.
Well, this episode brought to you by Ozempic.
And Dairy Queen.
And Dairy Queen.
Mental health issues.
And mental health. And Shane's mental health. Shane, I feel like you did a good job today, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, wait till you see me next Tuesday. I'm going to be sober as a bird. I'm going to be
shaking,
sucking
probably.
Dicks. I'll be doing everything.
Called crying with the DT, shaking.
Yeah,
right.
I'm excited. New life, new chapters. Let's do it. All right.
New life, new Shane. Yep, right on. All right, love you guys. Thanks to our producer Bo, and thank you to Grossbuster for our theme music, and thank you the listeners. Please message us. Tell us the things you don't like, so we can talk about it on the pod. Let us know it, man. Tell us. Tell us what you hate. We would love to hear. We would love to hear what your fucking problem is.
Chime in, folks.
Yep.
Chime in, you buggers. All right. Well, we'll see you later then. Bye.